Welcome to Stock Talk on July 10th at 6:16 p.m. Eastern Time. The reason we're starting on this graph /YM is tracking mini Dow Jones futures right now. And you guys can see that after market we kind of came down, and this was due to news of China tariffs once again, the trade war once again, so now there's retaliatory tariffs. But let's take this in a bigger perspective, because you can see from my facial expression, hopefully, that I'm not that worried that this is occurring. And I just want to show you what's been happening intraday, and you guys can see that Dow is kind of falling 166 points. And I'll take you guys to SPY as well. You guys can see SPY is coming down as well right now. I'll take you back to the 180-day chart, which shows a better picture on SPY. So realize that we have a resistance at around 279, right? And we talked about this boxed area representing areas of resistance. Now, I did tell you guys that this resistance, in my opinion, is not that strong, given our long consolidation period at the bottom. However, we're coming back down now, so is this a sign of reversal? And for those who will take my course, you guys will know that, no, this is not a sign of reversal just yet. And because we have this uptrend, we can still be on an uptrend as long as we kind of hold over the 20 EMA, the long light blue line. And this is just more than, the market is due for a semi pullback, right? Because we've gone up so much and we're at the, the near term resistance, can pull back and then retest that top. So once trade war, quote unquote, fears alleviate, right, we're going to see another, attempt at the second resistance, at the resistance again. So what am I looking for in the near future? So one possibility, in my opinion, is the more likely scenario is I'm going to show you guys on the futures. Oh, it's dipping quite a bit. Because remember, futures trade overnight and during tomorrow morning, right? So the futures can and might, recover by, by I don't know, midnight, 2 a.m., or when European or Asian markets open, it might, start going up, crawling a little higher and higher. So I can definitely see that happening. Right now, the news came out. People are kind of frantic selling on news, but we as investors, and you guys should know that, we stay calm because we've given this massive up move. All right, let's take a look at TVIX tracking volatility. We see TVIX intraday kind of going back to the intraday high almost, but really it's not going up that much. Dow is dropping almost 200 points. Volatility, it's going up, but to what degree? This is just a couple percentage points, 3 to 4%, pretty much making up today's losses, at least so far. So that's TVIX. On the 180-day chart, you guys can see that, here's the bottom. We kind of almost reached the bottom on the 180-day, right? And now we might, go up a little bit, and that's completely normal. And I don't expect any different. It's just in my opinion, this is a good time to, once it goes down, good time to think about entries into the markets once again once we find that bottom. So I'm not worried about this mini correction at all, given our long bull streak. Shield tracking crude oil futures continues to be bullish. And Dawei, thank you for your comment. I'm buying call at UCO at the moment. As you mentioned, oil will keep being bullish until 76.40, and I am making money. So that's great that you're making money, but just note that it is your trade, right? You identify that pattern in based off of your comfort level. Because, yeah, I see it's consolidating. I know there's a resistance here, and I say, the probable move is to the upside. But, if we do see like a double top and we see a better confirmation of reversal back down, then I'll reevaluate. But yeah, I agree that so far right now, that's the resistance, 10-year resistance. Here's the support at 72.64. And I do see crude oil continuing to be bullish. /NG tracking natural gas futures. Natural gas, a decline, right? You guys can see the steady decline. We saw some choppiness here, but all of a sudden we kind of collapsed here. And I'll tell you guys, I did go into DGAZ or DGAZ today during like around 11 a.m. when we saw around this area where I saw it kind of breaking down natural gas at that point, and I was like, okay, that's good enough for me. So here's DGAZ. You guys can see that, we came back, tested the new support, confirmed it, and now we're on the uptrend. So I got in around here, and now we're up here. So I think I'm okay with natural gas right now, but natural gas continues to fall. Let's identify where the next support is for natural gas. So remember also, one thing is you guys can see this consolidation pattern, right? and then now we're coming back down because we consolidated for so long. I feel like there's there's still more potential for it to come down. The support, the support is around 2.758. That could be like a semi support. The supports aren't very clearly defined on this graph, but if we had to identify one, that would be the one that we would look for near term. So I'll take a look at that when it gets there. /GC tracking gold futures. Gold, looks pretty good to me. And, JNUG went down a little, almost 1%, but really, it doesn't really mean that much because you guys can see that gold kind of is still on an uptrend. You guys can see that, right? Or more near term. Even though it came back down below the 20 EMA line, you guys can see that we kind of formed a nice tail candle here. Let's take a look at the 1 year chart and see if we can see a better pattern. Yeah, so far we're kind of in the middle, it's fluctuating, and I think this pattern looks okay. JNUG, I think, is one where it might consolidate sideways for even a little more time. You guys can see how long we kind of consolidate sideways here. Sure, it can consolidate sideways a little more before we, have an up move or a down move. So right now, if you want to go into JNUG, that's up to you, your risk to reward ratio. But hold on. Disruption. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, I'll reevaluate SPY by the end of this video, guys. So as this is going on, I'm curious to see how far this will drop. So take a look at some of your tickers. You guys excited? This is like live action almost, right? Almost like a live stock talk. Addy Boy, thanks for calling out my previous ticker. Can you take a look at VRX? VRX, let's take a look at 180. Yeah, this is a pharmaceutical company. Just note that we've had this quite bit of uptrend, and I don't think we're done dropping just yet. This doesn't look like a very nice... No, I don't like that just yet. I feel like there might be a little more room to drop for this one. $19 to $21 would be the area I'm looking for it to drop. This is just like a semi-pop above. It's... Yeah, no, just not right now. This kind of looks like what? Look at that. Up, down. Found the support here. Up, down. Find the support somewhere down here. Can you imagine that? I can. So there you go. Not something I would go into. Chris Chen. CHK overextended or nah? You guys are great. So what do you think? I mean, this looks pretty overextended to me, right? So you guys can see here's Chesapeake Energy, and where's that resistance? Oh, well, there's a resistance up over here at 6.84. So if you wanted to play this trend, I think there might be a little more potential. The only thing is, when in the near term, it is overextended. In the long term, it looks okay. So I feel like I want it to come down just a little bit. And you guys can see we're looking at weekly candles just higher, higher, higher. Just a tad bit overextended. And well, the good thing is if you got in today, for example, you know your stop loss, right? Yeah, at least know your stop loss. And your potential for loss is probably 4%. So if you're willing to sacrifice that 4%, you could just stop loss on this one. And then you accidentally bought a ticker. Wait, what is that? TCEHY. TCEHY. So you accidentally bought this ticker. Oh man. Okay, let's take a look at this. Right. So this is a declining ticker. Lower high plus lower low. What is my best stop loss at? So stop loss. You guys can see that a declining pattern, and why did you say? Oh, because it went down 3% today. Right, your support level's down here, right? So your best area of buy would be down here. The question isn't where your stop loss is, in my opinion. The question is, are you willing to sacrifice that, 5 percentile? If you're willing to sacrifice that, 4 or 5 percentile, but otherwise, you might be better leaving now. I mean, this is up to you, but you guys can see that this is a bull flag pattern right here. It is a bull flag pattern for sure. However, you guys can see a lot of patterns are like this right now, where we've so overextended, over 100% growth, and now it's coming down. So right now, certainly not something I would go in, but yeah. Hope that helps. KO, Craig. Thanks for that ticker submission, Craig. So KO, wow, look at that, right? You guys can see that resistance, right? We're at the resistance right now. Surely we don't want to invest at the resistance. That is no go. And therefore, I want to see it either keep and retest the support at $45 or get rejected. At you know, this is a very nice one to kind of almost even. Ooh, okay. So I like this tail candle today. Yeah, so I want it to pop over, which it hasn't yet, and I want it to reconfirm the $45. So far, not yet. Yep. That's pretty much it, right? Is there any questions on that? So I hope there's no questions on that. KTS, is it a good entry for X? So X is Steel Corporation. What's the percentage of profit on this? So it's, yeah, this is a slower moving one. This is a slow moving one. So you guys can see that it's just the volume is dying down. You guys can see that came down, met the 200 SMA line, popped back up just a tad bit, and then now we're at the 200 SMA line again. So there's potential for it to going higher. Oh, we went up quite a bit. So I think the potential is getting lesser and lesser as we're nearing this resistance area. And, you know, that's another 3%. There's just better tickers to look at than this one, in my opinion. This one, sure, it can pop up, but we have resistance areas coming up at $38, which is around $1.50 away. So, you know, what do you want to do in that case? It's a 50-50 shot. Hey, Eric, thank you. Thank you. Nice video. All right. Tango, you're welcome. Luis, Kevin, can you look at BVN? Okay. Of course I'll look at BVN. So BVN, constant decline, right? Look at this. We made this technical quite a few days or a couple weeks ago, I'm not sure, but higher low broke down this pattern and now it's just going down. Down. Where's the support? Well, it doesn't really matter where the support is until I see some consolidation. Give this massive move down, we need to consolidate for a long time before we even have thinking of a push-up. So give me this ticker in a month and I'll relook at this, but this is a declining pattern. Certainly not one that we want to go long in. Okay, LRCX for Canine, and this is the last ticker I am talking about today. LRCX, right? Look at this, guys, right? We said that this is the buying area, the box, and that would be the support, 168 to 185. We're now back in the uptrend, and surely this is something that is of interest, right? This is a good one. Note that this is a bull flag pattern, and let's take a look. Yeah, so this is a bull flag pattern, and now we're kind of climbing up. So if you wanted to take that position right now, you certainly can. But yeah, good job. All right, Jerry, thank you for my videos. Please keep them coming. Yeah, and post a link to my blog. Thank you for posting a link. So let's revisit SPY as promised. Taking a look, so we kind of, we're down here right now at 276.89. Let's briefly just take a look at what's going on. So right, we're still over the 20 EMA line, and we see, right, kind of testing the area. So like I said, this is a pattern that we should be monitoring overnight. Of course, we don't have to trade the stocks from now till 8 p.m. Eastern time, but overall, I feel like this might be another good buying opportunity for those who are not in the market. So in the meantime, thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys tomorrow for yet another stock talk, and happy trading. Like if you like this video. As always, please hit that like button. It's very nice that you guys are hitting those like buttons. It does me a huge favor. So I'll see you guys later.